Good morning, all. So, how many of you think that AI is a tool or something? Someone says AI is a technology. So, what do you think? AI is a tool or AI is a technology? Technology, yeah.
No, it's two.
It's both. Okay. Any other answers? Agent.
It's a tool.
Yes. Okay. So before presentation comes in pack, so let me give you my little bit brief about what we are doing. Okay. So as our sir said, my name is Sadha Subramaniyan and people call me Sadha. And I have 17 years of experience in networking and network security along with 5G. And we were working in, especially in 5G securities. We have a lab in IIT Madras Research Park where we do a security test on 5G networks. And also we have a good experience in cyber security in all the areas. So our focus is mostly on product security. Product security in the sense you use a lot of phones in your day-to-day life, right? So how you test your network is secure enough. Because not only me, even our PM, CM, everybody uses more phones, right? That need to be secure. So there are places where we need to be aware that every network we use need to be secure for our country to operate as well. Okay. So strategic places also we need to be very clear on it. So we are doing a security testing on that area. Okay. So what we're going to see today is basically how AI helps in security or what AI do in security. Okay. There are two parts to it. Okay. As somehow said, AI is a tool and somehow says AI is a technology. I agree to both of it. How you use it, it makes a lot of sense. Okay. So I'll give you one word. I'll try to give you the summary why we are calling AI as both good and bad. AI is like a fire. Okay. You can use it in good places and bad places as well. Okay. That's what we're going to see today. Okay. So slides comes up. Okay. We'll start with the first question. So this is a topic we're going to see today. AI in security, everyday risks and modern defenses. Okay. So why it's modern defenses means there are a lot of defenses already there. What is the thing in modern needed for it? Okay. So why modernization needed in security defense as well? Okay. So the first question we're going to answer is what is artificial intelligence is? Okay. As you know, artificial intelligence is there for a very long time. Okay. If you look at it, it's there from 1950s. Where there are some forms of artificial intelligence were there. Okay. So what we're going to understand from that is, initially the artificial intelligence like to mimic the human behavior or it learn something and help us to do some jobs. Okay. Now it's actually added more functionality to it, like where we have comprehension and we can able to do a problem solving thanks to our Gen AI things, and you can also do decision makings. Okay. So how many of you seen AI actually do a decision making? Yeah. So if you look at it, all our voice assistants, movie recommendation, what we see day to day, right, is actually making some decisions based on your historical data or behavior data. Okay. For example, if you look at all the voice assistants, it was there almost 10, 20 years, right? So we were there with that in some form with the voice assistants, Google Siri or Siri, Google, whatever the assistants we are currently using it. Bixby, I'm not sure whether it's still there. Okay. And movie recommendations, Netflix give a movie recommendation based on your usage pattern. So what kind of movies you are watching it. Whether you like comedy movies, whether you like cringe movies, whether you want something different movies. Based on your recommendation, it actually started giving you recommendations, right? This is also AI. Okay. Okay. So this is what I want to give a perspective to it. Okay. So in 1950s, people were calling everything as artificial intelligence. That's the term initially coined. After now you people may heard about Turing test. That's the first people actually talked about artificial intelligence there. Okay. And after 1980s, the initial boom was there for only 20 years. After that, it went down. Then the machine learning actually bring the second boom of AI. Okay. There where the machine learning started picking up. And the third boom started after deep learning comes into picture. Okay. Now we are in a third boom where deep learning and Gen AI and AI agents are there. Okay. So we are in a third boom of AI. Okay. So boom, what I'm trying to say is there is a up and down, right? So we were two ups and downs. Now in a third boom, actually, we see how that going to evolve in the future. We don't know. Okay. There are booms, good and bad about it. We'll see how that is helping day-to-day operations. Okay. Now, we'll do a simple activity. Okay. So I have two voices here. Okay. It's a Tamil voice only. I want you guys to guess which is the AI voice. Okay. Can you play it? Just press next.
நீங்கள் உங்கள் காலை நேரத்தை மாற்ற தயாரா? அகமா ப்ரூ காபி மேக்கர்டன் இருந்து ஒவ்வொரு கப் சுவையும் ஒரு சிறந்த இசை போல் உள்ளது. அரோமா ப்ரூ உங்கள் காலை நேரத்தை ஒரு சுவையால் உருவாக்குகிறது.
Next one.
வெற்றிலையுடன் சேராத பாக்கு எது? மைசூர் பாக்கு.
Okay. Next. So which is the AI voice here? Both voices are AI. So you're not feeling anything in what we speak, right? But that's how we speak in when you go to the stage, right? Yes, it's right. Both are AI voices only. Okay. So these activities tell us that AI is improved very much than what we are looking at it now. Okay. Previously the AI voice is very flat. Now if you able to see that the second part of the sentence, the first is kind of ad, second is like the kind of a joke. Okay. First ad, you can able to see there are a lot of passes in between. We can able to code the AI such a way where to give a pass. Okay, it was created using a 11 labs AI, where I can give a text with some passes, where you want to give a pass, where you want to give explanations, all those things we can give it in a format. Then it will give passes and all those things. Okay, there are two variants. One is male variant and as a female variant we used here. Okay, so this is very simple text to speech conversion only, but it's look different. Okay, next we go into the similar activity, but this time with the images. Okay, there are two images here. I'll be showing 5 different type of images. This is the first category is wildlife and nature. Okay, here there are 2 images, left and right, which is AI generated. Huh? Sorry? Left one is AI generated. Okay, why? So right one is AI. Some people say left one is AI.
Yeah. Left side is AI.
Left one is the AI. Okay. Okay, go to the next one. So the left one is the AI. You can able to see why that is. The complex pattern were not there. It's mostly rounded spots. It's trying to mimic the colors, but it's not actually done the job that much better. Okay. So go to the next one. So next category is basically historical events. Okay. So there are 2 images. You can able to easily guess this one. Which first is the left is the AI one, right? So why left is the AI one?
Because it's very clean.
Real or real? Okay. Okay, next slide. So there are 2 parts to it. If you look at the chimneys, all those things, right? This not aligned properly. And the second one is, okay, second one is the inconsistent lighting. Okay, so if you look at the actual one, right, the mast and the chimneys are properly placed. Here it's not placed properly, and the lighting is also not actual natural lighting is not there. It's actually created lighting from there. Okay, so that's the reason this is a AI generated. Okay, next one please. Now on people. Okay, how good AI is doing people creation. So which one is AI here? Okay, right one. Why?
One is AI.
Why? Now lighting, colors, all those things are correct only, right? Both are look almost.
Hand movement.
Yes. Okay, go to the next one. Okay, so the reason is very simple. If you see that the real image, you have a proper hand alignment, but in AI generated, the hand alignment is not proper. We look at the third child, right? He's holding the pencil, it's not right. Okay, it's holding like a different thing. Okay, so this is the simple clue we can able to identify that is AI generated. Okay, next one. Okay, landscape. So this also look easy only. Okay, why? Highlighted, shadow, flowers. Okay, go to the next one. So basically, if you look at the leaves, right, the details was not there. Okay, and the bank also not placed properly. So the right one actually had a proper leaves details and bank of the river is properly placed. Next one. So the final one, space exploration. Which one is the correct one? AI generated. Which is real? Left or right? Yeah. So left one is the real one, right one is the AI generated one. Go to the next slide, sir. Okay. So you can able to see the simple subtle, and here the details information of the subtle is there, and the color contrast also properly there because it's actual image. Okay. So why I showed all these things? Okay. The central I can see it in the internet itself, right? Why you are showing it here? No, even if you give a prompt, there will be mistakes in AI generation now. That's a good thing for now. Okay. So this is basically understand how AIs are evolved. Okay. Previously, we can able to look at it and say that it's a fake, right? If you look at money printing, right, you can able to look at the fake printing notes by looking at it, right? There are minute differences. That's how we need to do for everything now. Previously, we believe whatever we see it in an image is actually taken by photographs, right? If you draw it, it will not be that much clear. Okay, but now AI is almost close to what real life look like. It may improve as well. For example, if we started giving this feedback to them, it may evolve into that level in later point of time. Okay, so how this will help us to do a security? Okay, that's what we're going to see. Next slide, please, sir. So AI is powerful, we agree. So what is AI in security going to do? Okay, so AI is good. What it help us do in a security? Okay, so there are multiple parts to this. Okay, AI can do a detection, and it can do a prevention. It can automate a lot of work for us, and it can able to do a lot of cyber activities. What it means? It can create attacks. Okay, previously attacks were created by humans. And humans are lazy people, right? We know, right? We'll not do attacks on Sunday. We'll take leave. But AI can do all the time. Okay, it can keep on trying attacks until it succeeds. Okay, you can automate it. Previously, people used to create a scripts and automate most of the attacking. Now we don't need to create that script itself. The AI is also help us to do that. Okay, so there are a lot of places we can use AI in. Okay, one is offensive way, other is the defensive way. Offensive is in the sense how attackers create tools using AI. Okay, we're going to see some examples of what are the offensive usage for AI. Okay, where and all AI is helping us to do offensive attacks. And we also going to use defensive use cases where how AI also help us to solve the problem. Okay, it's a double-edged sword. Okay, that's what I said. It's a fire. You can use it for good purpose or bad purpose. It's up to you how you are using it. Okay, because it's a knowledge and power. It can be used in both places, like human. Human also can be used in different situations, right? So we're going to see some of the cases like smart scamming things happening with the AI. Okay, if you look at the images previously we see, right, they are very good at creating images. So how fast they can able to fake some of the identity of the systems is easy for them. Okay, they can able to create identity very easily, and with that they can able to create voices, videos, and they can even create websites for us in a very faster way. So previously people used to make mistakes. When you get a phishing mails and all, right, there will be a lot of spelling mistakes will be there. Because people were very lazy to type all the spellings correction and all. Because they wanted to move to different phishing every day. Now with the AI, I don't need to worry about all these sentences because it will create proper sentencing for me. So it will be helping very real time of phishing attacks. Okay, and we are going to see how defensive use cases also, like how defensive the AI is. For example, it can do log analysis, network traffic, behavior analytics, so that it can correlate all the information together into a proper information for us to solve the problem. You can able to detect early threats. Okay, so we're going to see all these things one by one. Next slide, please, sir. So first we're going to see everyday offenses. Okay, we're going to see what are the attacks are happening around us. I didn't take in all the attacks. We take only some of the things which where AIs do major help there. Okay, so how AI helps attackers. Okay, next slide, sir. So first is AI powered phishing. So how many of you know phishing? What is phishing attack is? Huh? Okay, spam. social engineering. Okay. Sorry? I didn't get, sir. Okay. Okay, phishing is very simple. Okay, so you used to get mails previously like you win the lottery, right? You win a lottery of 1 crore rupees, just deposit 5,000 rupees, you'll get a lottery back. You'll get that money amount back. Nowadays, we are not getting that kind of mails because they are also improved. Okay, now they do simple thing. Okay, you ordered Amazon, right? That item got delivered for you. Don't worry, we'll give you a full refund. Go to this link, submit your details, we'll give you full refund because of some problem with us. So what do you see? I got the order. They are giving money back as well. Okay, let me give all the information. Okay, so this is a kind of phishing attacks where they'll provide you proper information and gain something for them, not for you. So they'll trigger your psychological factor on thing on what you desire, and they'll take that as a useful for them. Okay, so how AI create a phishing attacks? Previously, they used to write that mail or messages by themselves and send you with the proper details. Okay, and they'll give a link where they can launch attacks. It can be a malware, it can be a virus, it can be anything, or it can be a simple link where they want you to fill some information, OTP. கார்டு பின்னால் இருக்கிற 18 நம்பர் சொல்லுங்க அப்படி சொல்றாங்கல்ல, அது மாதிரி we get lot of information, right? If we give information, then people started picking up it. Okay, so now this is powered by AI. So look at it, how it will happen if you powered by AI. It will mimic all this information very cleanly and neatly. Okay, so it can able to collect this information from public data itself. That means from internet it can able to learn. Okay, I don't need to do a lot of research. I go to the prompt, give what I want. With a simple 2-line prompt, I can able to create a phishing mail. Okay, I don't need to worry that much. Okay, because of the details it have about us in internet. Okay, so go to the next one. Okay, if you look at it, this is a Cristiano Ronaldo Aadhaar card. Okay, it's generated using our ChatGPT friend. Okay. Okay, so we can able to create Aadhaar card in a fraction of a second. Okay, it's not correct, but what I just showing is I can able to create identity, I can create anything. Okay, so this is very convincing now than previously, right? If you previously you won't do this much things very clearly, right? There are people who create fake certificates, but creating this kind of things take lot of precision and artistic skills. Now we don't need anything. Okay, we just need to have a computer with good AI. Okay, so this is where phishing attacks are very popular now. Okay, go to the next one, sir. Okay, so I'm not sure whether you can able to read it. This is basically a Amazon phishing attack happens every year. Okay, now also it's going to happen because they're going to start another whenever they start Big Billion or some events, right? The people started sending this phishing mail. So this is a very simple example is they say that your order is received, but we had some problem. We are trying to return you our money back. So just click the link and you can fill your details. We'll give you a money back. Okay, if you look at the link, right, it's actually shortened link. They'll not normally give actual link. So shortened link, when you open it, it look like Amazon. If you look at it, the right side is actual view of the Amazon page. No, it's not. If you look at the bottom right, the URL is some number. It's not actual Amazon.com. Okay, so basically if you give the UI right, it look exactly like Amazon. If who are used mobile, they can able to see it. They can able to understand how the UI look like it. Okay, if you're not aware of the URL is different, you started entering it and all the given details are given. So they'll started taking your account back. Okay, next slide, please. So there's a fake site here. So even nowadays, the minification of URL is there in most of the valid cases also. So we need to be very careful on what you are clicking in it in every mail. Okay, so also look at the address bar, what you are actually filling it. Okay, so this is very clean. There are two parts to it. One is I have fake website created using AI, which is very close to the real one. Second is I have very formatted proper messaging, look like a normal, sent by Amazon. So these are two parts to it, and they craft this properly so that everybody believe it. Okay, so I see a lot of people actually fall for it. Recently, some 3-4 months back, right, everybody get a call like, okay, your package is having something fishious. I'm going to do a online arrest, all those things, right? Every day people are learning new things and they are also learning new things and creating new attacks. Okay, so next one. The next one we're going to see is a financial website clones. Okay. So what is financial website clone is much more worse than the e-commerce thing. So, okay. So it look like a banking sites. It cannot be a banking site. It can be a payment gateway also. Okay. For example, you are doing payment gateway. They can redirect to their fake payment gateway and ask you to enter, and they will enter into the actual sites as well. And you will not see the differences. Okay. And they can able to create and replicate of the financial website in a fraction of minutes. We're going to see a video on how fast we can able to create a site in a faster basis. Okay. So the trick is very simple. They ask you to enter login details, OTP. Okay. And if you see some different patterns, don't enter your OTP most of the time outside. Okay. Always bookmark your proper bank URL. Don't even Google search it. Okay. In 2 months back, there was a phishing attack happens where the Google given the first results as the fake site, not the actual site, because they had done a proper SEO thing which make the Google to bring that site fast. So they Googled it and they clicked the first link. They actually a fake site. This happened and Google immediately wrote it, but before that multiple people could have clicked it, right? So they have 5-star rating, SEO is proper. So they are doing all the work what normal people will do. Okay, because nowadays they are not doing with the work of actual human, they are doing with the AI. Okay, so go to the next one, sir. Okay, so there are two pages here for the PayPal link. Which one is the duplicate one, or which one is the fake site here?
Left is real, right is fake.
Why?
Website, PayPal, the license and
It's a very simple difference, right? Paypal.com. Okay, so they added one just extra I to it, look like a different one. But if you look at it, previously we used to say that don't enter your details in non-HTTPS site. Now hackers also running HTTPS only. Okay, so if you look at it, both are secure connections. Previously we used to say that no, don't use HTTP, only use HTTPS. Okay, so now hackers also create a certificate, because certificate creation is not that difficult to create. Okay, now we can also create certificates. So only the level of certificate what you are getting is different, but that cannot be seen by normal human now, right? So that's the reason we can just look at the logo and start entering informations. Okay. So as you said, the second one is the fake one. Next, sir. Next. Okay. So this is another fake site. Okay. Now don't look at just colors. Okay. Look at and tell me why which one of this is a fake one.
The logo is wrong. On the left side.
Left side.
Left side logo is wrong.
Okay. Anything else? Next, sir. Okay, there are two parts to it. As he said, logo is little bit fine-tuned by the Nike. Okay, they just use ticks now, not using the Nike word now. But that may not be known by every people, right? We used to get 30 rupees slippers that also have a tick and Nike, right? That's there. So we can't predict that's the real reason. If you look at the discount, right, that's a heavy discounts in the first site. If you look at it, the $181 shoes are given us $26. In actual, they'll not give that much discounts. Okay, basically they ask you to come and buy it. Okay, so that they can get money out of it. It's not any other issues. Okay, they have done a proper SEO. They have a proper image structures. They have proper usage of all the alignment items. The color of the items also proper, right? They use all the product quality items. Okay, so it's not that easy to find out a fake one by just looking at it. We need to be very careful on what you are actually doing it. Okay, and if you're not sure, last time Flipkart given a notification saying that there are on billion days there are around thousands of front end to the Flipkart were created. That means that they'll give you a message, SMS saying that we are giving zero money products. That means that the product will be cost just 0 rupees. You just need to pay for shipping alone. Then people will click it. It will go to a Flipkart-like site, but it's not a Flipkart. That's similar to what we have it in the scene in Amazon case, where you buy it, okay, and it's not actually a Flipkart at all. They use that billion days sale, and they are doing art of marketing, right? They'll use that marketing for their gains. Okay, this kind of sites are created very frequently. Okay, and every time they'll be creating it. They'll not use the same URL. They'll be creating new URLs every day, and they'll very close to what their real is. Okay. So next, sir. Okay. So it's a video. Okay. So it's basically a Instagram page of Taylor Swift. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take a screenshot of it and give it to a AI and see how fast it can able to recreate it. Okay. So play the video, sir. Just press next. It will play. So they are taking the screenshot of it and putting the screenshot. Okay, so it's basically screenshot to code. So if you give a screenshot, it started coding for you. And it will not fill the actual images, but it's filled with some temporary images for you. Okay, so that's it. So it took roughly 10 seconds for you to create a screenshot to a code. Okay, so if you make it much more powerful, and if you ask them to use actual images, or you copy images and give to them, and if you have little bit coding knowledge, you can able to create a Instagram page by yourself, or you can create a front end of your site in a faster way. There are other tools as well, commercially available tool. There's a technology developed tool is same.dev. If you go to Google it, same.dev, go to that, create any URL of your internet. It automatically go to that URL. Take the full screenshot of the page. Within a minute, it will create your front page for it. It will give you HTML code, or you can even ask for Vue.js or whatever the front-end framework you ask, it will give you. You only need an account for you to create it. Same.dev. Okay. So this is basically a open source based tool, but commercial tools are much more powerful than this. Okay. Next, sir. Next. Okay. Now comes to voice and deepfakes. Okay. This is the place where our G is singing, dancing, all those things are happening, right? So I talked about Bodhi G and all those people. Okay. Why I'm saying is celebrities are mostly used for videos and fakes. Why they are creating is that's for fun. We are seeing it in WhatsApp, but the fun is one part. Non-fun is also happening in it. Okay. So I can able to create videos of anyone with some screenshot of faces items. For example, you have 10 different poses of you in Instagram. I can able to create a video out of it. Okay. If you look at this right side of that screen, right, I have a popular portraits of the people. Okay. I have only one picture of them, right? You know, right? We have only one picture of them. With that also we can able to create fake videos. But it not be that much clarity or that much clear. But still we can able to see. You can look at the others. Other things, right? Basically, that's our AI generated. The first column is actually the original one. All other things are AI generated. You can able to see the expression of different things. They are trying to create different expression, different other side of it. They auto-generated it. Okay. So what is the problem with this? It's fun, right? We can share it in WhatsApp, Instagram. It's good. So what is do with the security here? Fakes. Until you see your video in some criminal case, right, you will not see it. You will not see the impact of it. Okay, it's fun, but what I'm saying is, if they use that to claim an amount from your parents, for example, they mimic your voice to a parent and say that I'm in trouble, give me money, right? Parents will not going to say no, right? So there are cases we can easily use it. As long as you are a high target, people will use it. So we run. My partner used to say, we are in the mercy of hackers. What does that mean is, hackers not looking at you and saying that, okay, he's not my target. He don't have money. Why I need to look at and waste my energy. Okay, that's the reason we are happy with all the information, what we are having in the public network. Else we could have, if you are high target like celebrity, obviously you get hit something. Okay. Okay. So this about the deepfake video. Okay, audio we see in the first place itself, right? The initial voice is basically a deepfake only, right? I can able to create anyone's voice also, and text to speech also very common now. Okay, I can able to alter someone's voice and create it. Okay, that's there in movies also now, right? Every day, we see someone lost their life due to something, right? In middle of the movie making, they used to create that guys in form of videos and audios as well. That's happening. Okay, that's good for entertainment, not for financial, right? So whenever we go very close to something, right? When you're creating fakes very close to it, it's very difficult for the normal people to differentiate it. Okay, so what I'm saying is, only 10 to 15% of the people know about AI and how we can able to create a deep fakes. Okay, my father may not aware of what is deep fake is all about. Okay, and if someone calls it and asks something, right, he don't know whether it's he never even think of anything else. Okay, it could be real. That's what he thinks, right? And good or bad, the little bit older generation don't know how to use computers as well. But there are people we know computers and don't know how to use securely, right? They are the people who are the targets now. Okay, and now with the even people who are using computer every day also having a problem because they don't know what they are doing. Okay, for example, chatbot scams are very famous now. They normally targets people who are financially not good based on what you are searching it in Google and all those things. They use cookies, all those data to collect what you are doing in a search, and they'll target you as an audience. They'll send you a Telegram message and started giving some false claims. Okay, so this is previously done using a human way means a human will be sitting other side and typing you and giving you details. Nowadays that is also getting automated. What that means is, based on your response, they will try to convince you such a way that you are talking to a human and you are with the proper organization, you will be getting money out of it. Okay, so that's the problem. Even with the humanity, we can able to see a lot of problems. With the AI being automated, it can able to handle thousands of people at a time, and the scale of the attack is very high now. Not that much simple to do it. Okay, so they can ask you to enter UPI address, give you OTP numbers, anything, PAN number, anything they can ask, they can able to do it for something purpose. Okay, that's the reason I still ask people whenever you give a screenshot or your identity, right, PAN card, Aadhaar card, something, you sign it and with the reason why you are giving that details for it. For example, just signing it, they can use it for any purpose. You can say that this is for bank loan. You can write it and sign it. So that way we can able to avoid being used for something, because nowadays no one is giving physical copy, right? Everybody saying share it in WhatsApp. Like WhatsApp is the very, very secure in the world. No, it's not. Okay. So we assume that everything is secure because we think that corporates are here as to help us. No, they are here to make money out of it. Okay. So we'll see your example. Next slide, sir. So it's an example of fake offers in a job offer. Okay, so they will be putting 2 points to it. Okay, I'm contacting you for a pay is 5,000 per month. The pay can be very different also based on the profile of you. The profiling is basically they'll do a profiling of each individual and understand how much you need, and they'll fill that amount. Okay, it's not randomly taken. No, it's not like that. Okay, then they say the second word is no experience needed. That means they understand you properly. Okay, there is no experience. And I'm happy to send over, you applied it. And the third point is no interview needed. In which world of current today who will not ask you for any interview? Without that, they'll give you money for 5,000 rupees, right? So, and the fourth point is the trick here. You need to pay 700 rupees for me to give you the offer. So this is where the trick is. Okay. So they will give you proper profiling of you and understand how much you need for monthly, and they'll target you with that data. Okay, this I can easily automate using AI. And you know, right, Telegram have a lot of chatbots. Okay, Telegram itself giving an API for us to automate it. Okay, that means that I can use Telegram API, I can write my code, I can ask you to do something, and it can automate the things. It's not like a Telegram need to do it. I can do it by myself. Okay, so Telegram is done this automation for some other purpose, and we are using it for some other purposes. Okay. So these are some of the places where offensive way we can able to use it. This is for day-to-day operations. There are a lot of other offensive techniques, tools are available, which they use attackers to attack a network, attack an organization, all those things. But what I covered here is basically what we day-to-day as a humans, we see it. Okay, because there are a lot of other things we can able to do it. Okay, go to the next slide, sir. Okay, so this is about defenses. Okay, we saw offenses and what are the risks we have. let's see differences. How AI is also help us to solve the same problem which is created by itself. Okay. Okay, if you see that we have a deep fake videos creation, all those things. Right? There are AI tools available to find out whether it's really a fake or not. Okay, if you give an image, they'll tell you whether this is really a fake image. So there are tools available for us to detect the AI created content. Whether that's how nowadays staffs and teachers are using it. Right? They want to know whether the student is writing the actual assignment or AI is writing it. Because it's a bigger problem than what they are seeing. Right? Because as a teacher, they never seen this transition in a short term of it, right? In last 2-3 years, this entirely changed. Previously, people used to go to Google at least and try something at least and learn something. Now, even Google, if you search it, right, the first results is Gemini results only. They're not allowing you to go to any websites itself. So they try to give you every information there. It's a right or wrong, that's a different question. So they'll copy it and use it. Okay, and they don't know what is it also. And they copy paste. Even I see in a WhatsApp group of my kids. They copy pasted the questions in a forum. At the end, there is a default message will come, right? ChatGPT message. If you want to create anything different, similar to this, that's how they copy pasted it. Okay, why spending my time on looking at what side to copy? Just copy and paste it. Okay, why this become lazy for us? We not even understand what we are typing and what we are giving to the students. Okay, yeah, it's good and bad. The same AI help us to create a question paper for students, and students also use the same AI to answer it. Very simple, right? So what is the learning here? Nothing, I don't know. Okay, so the differences also can be done properly using AI. Okay, but we should know where to use what. Okay, so we'll see some of the differences we can use to find it out. Okay, next slide, sir. Okay, this one is there for very long time, and I think most of you are familiar with this smart spam filters. Okay, so what is there with the AI? I know spam is there for very long time, and I have used the spam for a very long time. So what the AI is doing it? So initially, it's like a if and else conditions, right? You know what are the places where how the URL will be look like, how the centers are identified. There are some rules being written by spam filters to identify spams. But as you said, right, AIs are creating spam very equivalent to the real mails. Now we need to look for spelling mistakes, right? Because human type it obviously make grammatical mistakes and spelling mistakes. Okay, and now everybody copy and pasting to the ChatGPT, and what the results comes in, you'll paste it. We not even see whether what we written and what he rewrite it doesn't matter. Okay, so AI power screening is very important for us to differentiate between actual mails and the spam mails, because spam mails are getting bigger and better. Previously, they never address your as a single person. Hi, they will not give hi whom you are. Now they are able to fill that as well. Right? Hi, Sadha Subramaniyan. That means that they are addressing me. So I agree that, okay, human will never do that, right? Hi, I'll type for everybody. They'll not do it. And now we can automate it as well, but AI is doing it much more better way. In the first paragraph, they'll type information related to you. As we seen, you purchased a Hyundai car last year. Okay, I'm giving you offer. How they collected the information? They collected from Hyundai. Okay, they collect all the what and all you are doing purchase. That is happening still. Okay, even if you go and register a company, you'll get daily 100 calls on register this, register that. If you buy a car, they'll say that, okay, go and buy this and that. How they are getting information? They go and collect information of a last RTO things happened, who is buying what. This is happening, and they'll try to attack you or call you. Both things can happen. Okay, so they use that data and send you a proper phishing mail, a spam mail, and ask you to do something with that. Okay, so we need a continuous learning thing from AI to solve this. Okay, it's not like a one day you write as filters and forget it. Okay, and you can see in that example in Gmail, where Gmail is doing better filtering than most of the other tools I see. Okay, there are tools better than that, but freely they are giving it, right? It's good for us. Okay, it's not free, but they collect all the data, but that's okay. So when you go to internet and do something right, you first you need to think that whatever I put there, it's not yours. Okay, it's everyone's. So that's okay for us. So Google is actually doing a lot proper filtering. And any recent example on spam filters? Anyone seen? Any tools you used recently? Every day? Spam filters? Huh? Truecaller, yes. Truecaller is AI based. Truecaller is a good one. So, okay, good, next one, sir. So Airtel actually provides this, okay, this is a service, and they do proper spam calls filtering as well as mail filtering, SMS filtering as well, and spam filtering in mail properly done by Gmail also. If you found something different, you can even mark it as a not spam, then it will learn from you for yours alone, not for others. Okay, so they have some kind of data learning for specifically for you as well. So Google do all these things for us. Okay, the good thing about Google is, okay, they learn and take data from you and use it against you only, not with the others. So that's a good thing about us, right? Because if it uses it against others, right, it will be a bigger problem. So you have to use it against us so that they can make money. But they will not share these details to outsiders. That's a good thing about Google. Okay, as far now. So here, these are some of the tools which is helping us day to day. Previously, okay, there's a report recently from Airtel saying that 14% in decrease in spam fill calls to Airtel users. That's a good thing, right? Nowadays, people start seeing, okay, suspected spam, not taking calls. Okay, and that's a good thing for started. But sometimes even for calls which is good, we miss it. For example, I seen that case recently where a mechanic was trying to call me. I see suspected spam, I kept it quiet. Okay, he was tried twice and he went. So and I don't know that this is another number where he's trying to call me. I used to save that number. So if he's called from another number, we have to miss it. Okay, so these are the cases where we need to be very much aware of whom you need to take it. Same way for couriers, right? A lot of couriers company have some kind of name. Airtel used to say suspected spam, but that also need a learning for us to differentiate. Okay, so next, sir. So spam we can able to do thing. Next is the login protections. Okay, so I'm not sure how many have actually seen this. This is a very good thing in recent days. Okay, so whenever you go to some different country and log into your Gmail, it'll ask you a OTP for you. Okay, when you log in from the same machine, same places, it will not ask you a OTP. When you log in from a different place or different location, or you connect to a VPN for some other reason and you log in, then it will ask for you a OTP. Why that is doing is you know that what are the known location, known IPs, you normally log in. If it's a completely different thing, it suspect as some hacker is trying to attack you. So it will ask for the secondary things. Basically reduce the risk of you. Okay, so this happens for, it's happened for enterprise products, but even for a free product like Gmail, it's happening is a good thing. Okay, enterprise used to have this kind of products where whenever you log in like Outlook, they have this kind of tools. They should have it. And this will help us to differentiate based on how you are logging in, where you are logging in, you can able to differentiate. So it's use that. There are other techniques as well. Okay, how many use CAPTCHA? There'll be tick, right? I don't know why is it that they're asking tick to differentiate human, right? And nowadays ChatGPT is very good, and why can't it can give a tick? True or false? Yeah, it can do a tick, right? No, why we have CAPTCHA is to not bot or something to log in, right? That's why they are protecting it. For example, if you go to IRTC and check for your RAC status, right, it will ask you a CAPTCHA. So basically, they try to avoid bots being used to collect data from the IRCTC, right? But that CAPTCHA can be easily written now. Okay, if you copy paste the image of ChatGPT, it will tell you what is the codes in it. Sometimes we are not able to find it out. The yes will be a little bit different to read, but they can able to find it out. So then what is the use case of it? And same if for some of them you have a CAPTCHA like a small box will be there. Just check it, that's it. So what's the security here? Yes. So it's not just clicking it, how you are clicking it. Okay, so if you have smarter authentication where they can be able to see how fast you normally type, whether you are typing differently, they can be able to differentiate, and they can be able to see whether you normally don't do this much mouse movement, whether you change a mouse or you have something different problem. They can be able to detect that as well. So these kind of smarter authentications are there, but it's not everyday use in all the places. Yes, it can be done. So I can able to monitor your keystrokes, how fast you type normally, where you type, how you move the mouse to click the login button. Because a human have a pattern within them, but we're not able to see it by ourselves, but computer can able to differentiate. That's the reason the checkbox is basically how a robot moves cursor to the place and how we move it. There are differences, right? We will not take a shorter path to it, right? We shake it and to see where the mouse pointer is and we click it. That's it. But that doesn't need for bots to do it. Okay, so these are the places we can able to differentiate between a bot or a non-human thing doing it. Same way for a face IDs, right? So initially the face recognition is not that much good. If you look at it, face recognition is like there was there for a very long time. But people used to use a photograph of you and able to unlock it. Now they can able to differentiate. Especially Apple, they do a lot of depth camera, 3D projection of you. They send a projection in even night and able to differentiate whether you are really there or not. Okay, that's the reason when you put a mask, they are not able to find you. Right? But this is help us to differentiate whether you are actually doing it, because nowadays the deep fakes are very good. They can able to create you deep fakes very close to you, then they can use to unlock it, right? So this is where we need to have a smarter AI to differentiate whether it's really a human or not there. Okay, the same for fingerprint as well. Nowadays fingerprint is not that much simple what we see in the previous days, and the sensors also improved a lot. Previously it take a lot of time to unlock. Nowadays within the display itself we have fingerprint sensors. It can able to detect how you firmly you are pressing it. All those things they can able to analyze. Okay, so this is some of the places where AI can help really, and it can able to solve our day-to-day problems. So even they give a proper password, with this behavior change they can stop you to log in as well. Okay, that's a good thing. Even they know the password, but they use a different keystrokes or different mouse movement, I can able to block them doing the login. Okay, next sir. Okay, okay, AI powered fraud detection. Okay, so this is really a good use case, and but we never seen this as a usability feature in our time, because it's done in background, not in forefront for us. Okay, Flipkart, Amazon uses fraud detection techniques in their e-commerce site. Okay, but we may not aware of it, but they use heavily. Okay, Flipkart recently we had a discussion there in one of the talks where they showcase how they done a fraud detection in their systems, how they can able to detect a fraud, how they are making money out of it, how they can able to take over of your account. All those things they can able to detect using lot of techniques. Okay, it's not very simple data like location of that, because you could have moved to a different location and you could have log in there. Okay, they use what kind of payment method normally use, whether you are adding a new payment method, how much you are transacting, normally what is your transaction level. So all these things they can able to block your transactions. Okay, so this adaptations is there in all the places. Slowly it will come to other financial instincts as well. If you remember, who have ICICI customer, when you make a transaction, there will be a IVR calls to you, say that whether, please confirm whether you made the transaction. Right? There are cases where we can able to go and revert back it. Okay, RBI is giving guideline, if we able to find out a fraud detection within 24 hours or 6 hours, they can able to get you money back, even in UPI also. Okay, but you need to detect it faster. So if you see that 5,000 is detected, okay, I would have done it. But if you're able to find it out, that's good. Okay, so you can able to report it, you can able to get money back. Okay, so there are a lot of frauds happening in this area, especially in finance and e-commerce, where I can able to do a behavior analysis and real-time monitoring. Where, for example, I can able to understand where you log in from, and what kind of cards you used, and what kind of purchase you are making. For example, suddenly you started buying all the iPhones, and but normally you buy around 5,000 to 6,000 rupees. Suddenly you started buying very large amount on a different location. This is suspicious, right? They can able to block you, and they can do a lot of returns, right? And people used to buy a bigger product, and after next day they'll replace with some dummy product and return it. Okay, this also now they find out how to stop it and who and all doing it, because these are larger systems. They detect a lot of billions of transactions in this kind of days. They want to detect it faster so that they can able to protect the actual customers. Okay, so this is there in all the places, and it started coming up, but you may not be able to see it by yourself, but it's there in all the background. Okay, so next sir. So this is just an example of where and all we can able to do detection for login attempts and fraudulent UPI usages also. Next sir. Okay. Okay, this is a larger use case. Okay, I put it in one slide, but this is a bigger thing actually. Okay, security operations centers, or we call it a SOC. This is the place where like countries are being watched. Okay, we in India as a country we have a SOCs we have where we monitor every networks, whether it's a BSNL network or Airtel network, doesn't matter. Whatever the traffic comes in and goes out of India will be monitored. Okay, especially in whenever we go war with Pakistan or someone, we'll be monitoring this much more stringent way. Okay, when the attacks happen between Pakistan and India, right? You know, Operation Sindoor. That time there are a lot of cyber attack happen in India. Okay, so there is a network operation center in India located in different places. It monitored and found out that increase in 10% of attacks that time. Normally, there are 10% of attacks happen to India in different places of all the public network, including all infrastructures. That time it was increased to more than 20%. Okay, but we never seen that because there are people who are there as to protect every day for us. Okay, which we may not aware, but there are team and people who are sitting there to monitor our networks and find out what is happening. Okay, it's not only one place; it's happened on all the places. What that means is there are a lot of data happens across India, not only to one state or something like that. They're trying to find out where and all the public infrastructure there. They try to attack it. Even BSNL had a larger attack surface than other one. Okay, even we worked with some of the Kerala team and found out that how many attacks that happens, what is the root cause of it. Very simple issues from it. They connect to a laptop and they use some torrents. Wherever you have some simple problems, they try to find out that and started launching a large scale attacks using that. Okay, so this is happening every day. They're learning daily from us. And they're getting a lot of information from daily from us, and they use our systems to attack our own infrastructure. Okay, it's not like Pakistan is creating attack from the Pakistan place. It may be come from anywhere. Okay, so the cyber attacks is a very difficult war to actually practice. Normally, if you are an army person, you go and do a war in a border, right? We are very safe. But here, the attacks happen directly on you. Okay, and when this happens, right? It's a country's mistake, not the enemy who is doing the attack. What I meant is, if Pakistan made a launch of missiles to India, everybody will blame that why you are attacking India, right? They blame the Pakistan or the enemy country. But if a cyber attack happens and you lost your important public infrastructure, everybody blame you only. Hey, why you are not protecting your informations or resources? Okay, so the warfare is changing now. So it's not like same way what we do it in 10 years or 15 years. Even the Operation Sindoor is differently executed, right? If you remember, previously we go to war and cross the border and do attack. Now we are sitting in the same place and doing attack. So warfare has increased. Now warfare is going to be much more different. It will be morely a cyber warfare. It is happening around us, but we may not aware of it or we may not be able to understand it that much better. Okay, but it's happening. Okay, so these SOCs are actually doing all the work for us. It's not only country have SOCs. Every major networking centers have a SOCs. Name any corporate have a SOCs. They have security operations center where there'll be a 24/7 operation centers. People will be there monitoring the systems. This is the place where AI can help a lot because they have n number of applications, n number of systems running. As a human, you can't go and check everything, right? That's not possible. There are a lot of tools available for us to do automation, but AI can do a lot of correlation in natural language. It can able to understand the logs properly and correlate to events. It can create a monitoring for 24/7. Even we sleep, AI no need to sleep. So these are the reason why SOCs are heavily used in AI. Okay, if you heard about SIMS or UBA, okay, these are basically a security event monitoring systems, user behavior analytics systems, security orchestration systems. All these things are heavily influenced by AI. Okay, if you go and read about SOCs, there will be a separate tools for all these things, and they can able to differentiate us how we can able to prevent us from happening anything. Okay, or if it's happened, we can able to understand faster. Okay, and I'm not sure how many of you know what is threat intelligence is all about. Threat intelligence, anyone know about it? You know what is threat, right? Fire is a threat to us. It's a simple statement. Okay, but fire is not always threat to us. Based on how you are using it, it's a threat to us. But it's always better to keep safe, right? So threat is basically a problem or problem in a system which can be converted into vulnerability for us to attack. Okay, so if we are able to detect the threat faster and share the intelligence with others, they can also know about it. Okay, that's what the threat intelligence is all about. How it happens, how the tactics are used by the attackers, we can able to share between us. It's good. Okay, India is doing it. Okay, we have a group of countries which we collaborate where threat intelligence are shared between these countries. Not only spy details, We used to say that we have a raw agent who exchange spy informations, right? We also do threat intelligence across the countries. Okay, and within the countries also we can able to earn. So the threat intelligence is where we can able to understand the overall system, overall threat vector, attack surface of it, and able to give that information how they done attacks. One of the important things about attacking is how they attacked it, what kind of tools and tactics they used, whether we can able to stop that similar things happen for other people. They no need to learn by them their mistakes, right? They can learn from the others' mistakes as well. Okay, so there where this AI comes into picture is a very heavy usage in there. Other things which just happen to us, this may not be directly happening to us, but indirectly helping us. Okay, next slide, sir. Okay, so this come to
one question.
Yes.
It was mentioned that machine learning models will listen to the networks. So does that mean it listens to all human conversations and finds it, or how it really works?
Okay, we need to give what kind of data the machine learning models can read. Yeah. Okay, so it's not like automatically take every data. We need to give the data, and we need to give proper format, data sanitation, all things we need to give. Then only it can take and learn from it. If you give all the raw data to it, it may not be able to understand it properly. So if you give format data and what kind of data will be helpful for what use cases, then it started learning from it and use that as a baseline to differentiate anomalies.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Okay, now bridging the both worlds. Okay, so we have attacks and defenses. So we call this a red team and blue team. Okay, red means attack, blue means defense. Okay, so the AI can be used in both the places. Attacker testing the defenses, they use AI tools. Blue team, defenses protecting systems. They use AI to protect the defenses. Okay, so we are good. If you want to learn AI in security, you have two parts to take. You can be a red team or you can be a blue team, where you can know how to create attack, launch attacks. Or you can go to the blue team where you can know how attacks will happen, how you prevent it, or how you protect attack being spread out also. Because we can't stop the attack. Okay. Used to say, right, it's always true for everybody, right? Attackers cannot be stopped. Okay, we can able to learn from it and we can able to understand it. Okay, so the continuous learning is essential in both places, whether it's attacking or defending. Even for AI also, you need to be continuously aware of it. Whoever have a gain in any place, they'll win it. This has happened for us as well, right? India this time had a different story on Operation Sindoor than previously it executed it. That's the reason we had upper hand. How we stopped all the aerial attacks by simple tools with very less costly, that was makes us a difference. That's where we don't have that many losses. Okay, but that's a learning. But you can't have a same surprise next time. So next time we have to come up with a different surprise. So whoever have upper hand, they will win it, whether it's attacker or defenses. So we need to be continuously learning and the chase. So as I said, AI is a double-edged sword. We need to handle it properly, whether you use it for attack or defenses. Okay, next slide. So this has come to an end of my presentation. So I'll give you two key takeaways. Okay, there are more autonomous AI security agents are coming. You know, AI agents. The autonomy is what scary thing there. Okay, it's a good and bad in both ways. Where if you want to do autonomy in defense is good. If you want to do autonomy in attacking, it's not good for us. Okay, but autonomy is a thing I was looking at it. Okay, so there are more to come for us, which is agents are coming, but autonomous agents are which more capable of doing a lot of things for us. Okay, and one thing I can say is AI is no way going to replace human. Okay, that's not going to happen another 20 years. Okay. So until they come up with something called super intelligence, which they are looking at it, I don't know how it will come. But the quantum, they say quantum with the super intelligence, they can able to replace human. Okay, that's okay. Let them replace human. But we have a different work to do than what AI is doing. Okay. Normally, what we repeatedly do, or we want to automate, you can use AI. It's not like human can easily replace using AI. It helps us to do it. Okay. When computer initially comes, right, the people used to say that accounting is gone. Calculator come, accounting is gone. Now, accounting team is actually using computer more than us. Okay, they use a lot of tools because the things are happening very fast, right? We need to be very informed and stay up to date. Okay, so as I said, the AI models sharing threat intelligence is the next thing which we need to work across across the industries and across the countries for us to be aim better. For example, there is attack happening in one place, we need to understand how the attack happens, and we need to learn that information, apply it in our place, instead of waiting for that to happen for us. Okay. This is happening open sourcely, like we can able to see all the threats are happening, all the vulnerabilities are being reported openly, but that is not, this is happening in a corporate level. It's not happening in all the level 2 users. If you go and read about any vulnerability being raised, right, it not be any useful information for a normal human to understand. They type it such a way, like a log document, you will not able to understand it, or you will not able to understand whether it's fixed or not. Okay, that's how they are writing it. Because it's in a very higher level, they want to report it. That's check of it, they are doing it. But it's not that much complete information is being publicly announced. But it's needed for us to understand it, and every day how we are getting a risk out of it. Okay, so staying informed is the best defense, you can say. Okay, there is no tools or anyone can save us. Only knowledge or understanding is what makes us different. Okay, thank you. Any questions?
What are the resources we can use to gain knowledge in AI which is used in cybersecurity? Like in cybersecurity we have many certifications like CISSP, like that. What are the courses or books we can use to gain more knowledge on this?
Okay. Cybersecurity, if you look at, ask me, like there are a lot of books are there. But if you look at it, books give you one type of knowledge, but until you go and apply and try it by yourself, you will not be able to learn it much out of it. So I suggest 2 options. One is you can read lot of books. We can check it online. I'll tell you what are the books we have. The second point is how you apply it. Okay. So I prefer you use some kind of tools which is available online, like hacker activities like Hack Me, Try Hack Me kind of tools, which basically they set up all the vulnerabilities there. You try the tools and see how the vulnerabilities are being used to attack it. So basically they keep all the vulnerabilities there. So if you go into the normal system, you could have fixed that all the vulnerabilities, but you can't be able to see that vulnerability. So, but if you go and see the actual vulnerabilities being there with the Try Hack Me tools, there are some form of in a fee, some form in a paid version. But if you go there and try by yourself, there where you actually learn it. If you want to be a security professional, if you want just for learning, book is enough. But still, there are places where you want to attack something, right? You want to have a honeypot or some place where you want to try that. Okay, don't try it on any machines which is not in your control. Okay, it's not ethically correct. Don't do it on Google. Okay, that's not correct. So you should have some place to try it out, right? The best place is to use this kind of tools. You can download honeypots, but that's very difficult. You need to install VMs, all those things by yourself. If you want, you can use these kind of tools, which is helpful really. I'm using it for some time. It's good.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, sir.
It was a very insightful presentation.
Thank you, sir.
So I wanted to ask about the things like the AI influence in the elections. We saw the 2016 the US elections being அவங்க வந்துட்டு சொன்னாங்கல்ல Russian influence was there. The reasons in the recent electionsல கூட AI influence இருந்துச்சுன்னு சொல்லி நம்ம இந்தியன் எலெக்ஷன்ல கூட அமெரிக்கானோட ஒரு பார்ட்டி சப்போர்ட் மாதிரி ஒரு டீப் ஃபேட் போட்டுட்டு அதுக்கப்புறம் அவங்க இல்லைன்னாங்க. ஸோ ராஷ்மிகாவோட டீப் ஃபேட் வந்துட்டு ரொம்ப ஃபேமஸ் ஆச்சு. பிஎம் கூட அதை பற்றியெல்லாம் பேசியிருந்தாரு. ஸோ அபவுட் லைக் how does it affect the country as well as the இப்போ ராஷ்மிகாவோட டீப் ஃபேட்டை எந்த கேர்ளுக்கும் பண்ணலாம். ஸோ எந்த நம்ம கேர்ள்ஸோ நம்ம பேரண்ட்ஸோ ஸோ எப்படி இதெல்லாம் தடுக்கணும்னு சொல்லலை. பட் லைக் how to like handle like how to minimize the influence or how to live with that. So if we ignore, if it is better or like.
Okay.
And another question also there, if you answer like I will ask.
Sir, please, sir.
ஸோ இந்த ஏஐ வந்துட்டு இவ்வளோ இப்போ நீங்கள் சொன்னீங்கல்ல ஃப்யூச்சர் சைபர் வார்ஃபேர்ஸ்லலாம் இது வந்துட்டு யூஸ் ஆகும், இது ஏஐயோட இன்ஃப்ளூயன்ஸ் இருக்கட்டும்னு. ஸோ இஃப் யூ ஆர் அப்டேட்டட், இந்த ஹாலிவுட் படத்துலலாம் காட்டுற மாதிரி ஏஏ வந்துட்டு இது இவ்வளோ இன்டெலிஜென்ஸ் இன்னும் டுடுற இன்னும் யூஸ்ஃபுல்லாக, ஏன்னா அந்த ஃபோட்டோ காமிட்டுருக்கீங்க அது இன்னும் வளர்த்துட்டே இருக்குது, இன்னமும் ஈக்குவலாக வரல ஹியூமன் இன்டெலிஜென்ஸுட்டு. ஸோ இப்போ காஞ்சானா படமே எடுத்துருவான்ல, அது வந்து பெரிய இஷ்யூ ஆச்சு. ப்ரொடியூசர்ஸ் வந்துட்டு டேரக்டர் ஆக்டரோட கன்சென்ட்டே இல்லாமல் தே ஷார்ட் யூஸ் த ஆல்டர்னேட்டட் த கிளைமேக்ஸஸ். ஸோ அந்த மாதிரிலாம் இஷ்யூஸ் இருக்கும்போது ஆர்டிஸ்ட் இப்போ மோனாலிசாவோட பெயிண்டிங் வந்துட்டு, ஸோ ஆர்ட்டோட இது என்ன ஆகும், கிராஃபிக் டிசைனர்ஸோட ஜாப் என்ன ஆகும்? ஸோ
ஓகே, ஸோ there are two parts to the question.
Is it good or doom space?
Okay, so the first thing is you talked about okay, first thing is basically how we make awareness of what is happening around us. Like there are influence in social media to anything. Okay, so for example, as he rightly said, like whatever the social media we using it's have influence on elections, it have influence on what you think as well. Okay, so how you look at a problem based on how you looking at and reading what type of content you are reading, right? So if you have a book reader, you have a different thought process, and if you are just a movie watcher, you have a different thought process. You have just look at social media and understand the problem, then you are different, because social media is being promoted for some cases specifically to make you understand such a way. So every part of the story have two parts, right? Good and bad about it, or there will be right and wrong approach to it. What you are looking at it and whom you are is basically the difference. Okay, for example, the Trump case எடுத்துக்கோம். Trump case la பாத்தீங்கன்னா X வந்து whenever you go to the x.com, you'll see always related to Trump good newses. Okay, even someone say good bad newses, they'll create a comment such a way that they'll scold like anything that the guy who created a comment. Okay, so it's basically give you an impression that Trump is good. So that's the thing they want to showcase you. So if you understand that as a knowledge, you can able to differentiate. But if you learn from the social media, that's your mistake. Okay, social media is not for learning. Social media is for expressing yourself without showing your face. That's the actual social media. It's not right. Right? So that is not a place where you learn medicine. That's what happened, right? We created a WhatsApp university where we created a lot of medicine for corona. Nothing worked, right? This is a place where you should not learn about it. You just understand what's happening, but you should not use that as a purpose for it. Okay? Even Trump said, right, drinking alcohol, what is that? Hand wash will solve the corona. People believed it and drank, and one guy got bad to it. Okay, that's happening. Even for the people who are good person, they are giving all this false information. So social media can do all these things. The second part of the question is how AI will be creating how it affect actual artist. Yes, it's going to affect it. But if you look at it, there is another side to it. Okay, still art have a different format and it have a different structure. Okay, AI cannot come to the place because Apple had a case on that as well. Even it can have a creativity. The creativity is based on the previous creations. Okay, what I'm trying to say is learn the pattern and create new things based on the previous understanding or learning from it. It cannot create new things. Nothing from the previous. That's not possible. Okay, so artists have a major role. Nowadays, people started thinking that whether it's a really artistic created or someone is able to create it. But human able to understand it now, but sooner or later we not able to understand it. There where the differentiation come to picture. That could be some way we need to differentiate it. That is need to be done from the global level, not from an individual level. Some global level need to be there for to protect our history, right? That's how we protecting all our histories, right? How you make sure that some of the history parts or buildings are being safeguarded. Same way we need to do for the artist as well. Else that knowledge will be gone. Like that it happens for us as well previously, but we should not happen for others.
One question first.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's a kind of future oriented one. ஆக்சுவலி இப்போ நம்ம டிஃப்ரென்ஷியேட் பார்த்தோம், வாய்ஸுக்கு வாய்ஸுக்கு எல்லாத்துக்குமே டிஃப்ரென்ஷியேட் வச்சு நம்ம ஃபைன் பண்ணலான்னு சொல்லிட்டு. ஸோ ஃப்யூச்சரில் பேங்கிங் செக்டார் எல்லா செக்டாரும் கஸ்டமர் சர்வீஸ் ஏஐ யூஸ் பண்ணிட்டாங்கன்னா அப்போ நம்ம எப்படி டிஃப்ரென்ஷியேட் பண்ணலாம் ஏஐக்கும் இதுக்கும்?
Actually, there are laws being stringent in places where if you completely use not human things, right? You have to tell the customers upfront that they are using AI. Okay, there are lie being made in such a way that if you, for example, they replace all your customer care with the AI assistants. So they need to tell them you are actually looking at with the AI assistants, not a normal human. People happen because we don't need to do that work for ourselves, because AI can do it better. Then we can give to that work to that guy, and we can do some other work which is good for us. That is going to happen in sooner or later. But until then, we need to have some kind of law to solve it, because AI can't differentiate it, because we can't teach everybody that these are the nuances to understand for you to differentiate between deep fake and other things. That's the reason it's called deep fake, right? It's very close to. That's not easy to understand, especially in a phone. You are hearing it for some time, right? You attach to it, and your brain will not differentiate it's actually a human. That will complicate human interaction only, not the AI interaction. AI can do all the authentication by his, but human interaction will be very difficult to do it. For example, I do a customer care. If you add these features, right, people who call the customer care started complaining. Now they are asking 1, 2, 3. Even if you know, right, initially when IVR comes, right, lot of people complained, I don't know what is asking. Okay, when hey, I have problem, you say that you need to select the language, then only it started asking you question, right? If you don't know how to select that particular language, it's a difficult problem. Now people started adapting it. Same way it will happen slowly only, but until then we need to have some kind of rules and regulations to follow it. In India, we have some regulations which is there for us not to use it in all the places, but still people are using as a pilot things, all those things. But chat ways we can have it, but I'm not sure whether inhumane way we can able to use it for contacting all the people. Thank you.
Sir, எனக்கு ஒரு
One question.
Yes, sir. Yeah, ma'am.
Sir, if attackers can manipulate an AI system through prompt injection, so should we like treat AI prompts as a new cybersecurity attack, or how?
Okay. So, if you create a prompt and create a cyber attack, you can't use a prompt to stop it, because that need a different solutions to it. So we can't use ChatGPT for defenses purposes. We can create attacks easily using ChatGPT, but defense is not that easy actually. Okay, so we need to understand how they are creating, because I can go to ChatGPT and create a malware, and I can change the signature of the malware using randomization. I can ask them to write something in middle so that the signature of the malware is getting changed. But I can't use the same ChatGPT to do the same thing for a defense purpose. I need to have a different thinking process. So it's not possible for us to just create another prompt to solve it. It's not straightforward.
Okay, so do you think that current cybersecurity tools are not enough to stop the prompt injection attacks?
It's keep evolving. Okay, no way we always very near to all the attackers there, because they are very good people in technically. Okay, we have to agree to that. Okay, then only we can't undermine your enemies. Okay, we should not undermine at any time. So they are good. Our cyber security tools also very good. Okay, if you look at most of the cyber used in today's world, they are good, and they are very heavy as well. And it can able to detect some anomalies, but it cannot able to tell you exactly what is the problem. Okay, but it can tell you that something is happening wrong. Look at it. If you can apply your human intelligence there, then we can able to solve it. Else it's very difficult, because the attacks are happening very faster, and it's very difficult to detect by all the time.
Okay, thank you.
சார், இப்போ என்னுடைய கொஷின் என்னென்னா, இப்போ இந்த ஜென்ஏயோட கரண்ட் ஸ்டேட் ஆக்சுவலாக இப்போது நார்மலாக வந்து இப்போ மெடிசினில் வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு 80% வந்து இஃப் தட் இஸ் கிரியேட்டிங் தி சைட் எஃபெக்டாக இருந்தாலும் அது வந்து வேர்ல்டு ஹெல்த் ஆர்கனைசேஷன் அப்ரூவ் பண்ணிவிடுவாங்க. ஐம் கம்பேரிங் இப்போ இதோட கரண்ட் ஸ்டேட்டை பார்க்குறப்போ பீப்புள் இது ப்ராப்பராக ஸ்டடி பண்ணாமல் அப்படியே விட்டுட்டாங்களாங்கிற மாதிரி ஒரு ஃபீல் எனக்கு இருக்குது. இதோட மேனிப்புலேஷன் அதெல்லாம் அது நீங்கள் எப்படி சார் நீங்கள் இதை எடுத்துக்கிறீங்க?
ஓகே, ஸோ
இது இப்போ அட்வான்டேஜஸ் ஹையாக இருக்கா இல்லை டிஸ்அட்வான்டேஜ் ஹையாக இருக்குதா? இதில் இன்னும் வந்து ரிசர்ச் பண்ண வேண்டியது இன்னும் நிறையா இருக்குதுங்களா?
ஆப்வியஸ்லி லாட் ஆஃப் ஸ்கோப் ஃபார் இம்ப்ரூவ்மெண்ட்.
ஓகே,
நார்மலாக வாட் ஐ டெல் டு my people is, if you don't know what is the answer you are going to get out of that LLM, don't use it. What that means is, if you don't know the answer, don't ask the ChatGPT to create the answer for you. Okay. For example, let me give you a simple problem. Okay. நான் வந்து ஒரு கோட் எழுத சொல்கிறேன்னா, if it's give a code to me, if I don't understand any line of it, then don't use ChatGPT for it. If you know how the output will be, you can able to validate that output by yourself. You have intelligence enough to know that this is correct, then you can use it. It's basically, I can reduce my work by giving that work to that people and validate it by me so that I can use it. If you don't know the work and what is the outcome of it also, you can't able to validate, don't use the tool for it. That's not right. Because ChatGPT can create n number of things. Okay. If you go to ChatGPT and say that a product need to be created with this, all this, then it will create a product like this. And if you ask a question such a way that you want a positive response, it will always give a positive response. It's also done by Google as well. Okay. For example, if you say that this is a symptom for cancer, then it said, yes, this is a symptom for cancer, you have cancer. Google will say that. But if you ask the question in a different way, there's any possibility that this is not a cancer, then it will also give you the possibility. Same is what happened to ChatGPT also, because it's learned from the internet only. It's not learning from anything outside. So if you don't know the answer, don't use it. You have know the answer, or you know how to validate the answer is correct, then use the LLMs. Yeah, okay. Why people not adapted faster is, okay, as per the MIT study, what they say is, who are invested in AI, only 13 to 15% got return back. What that means is, they able to see some revenue out of the AI, all other people are just investing in it. So what that means is, it's not it's like a magic wand, where I can apply it, everything will be solved. It's not like that. And what we see is a boom, right? That's what happened. Boom is basically the company want to believe you that this is the new future. That's what happened to 5G as well, right? They marketed very heavily that 5G is the future. Then after 2-3 years, that 6G is the future. Always there'll be a future, okay? But what is the future for it, and how much I can able to adapt it? Yeah. Until ChatGPT comes in, most of the people don't know what is LLM. Right? We don't know what is LLM. LLM is there for a very long time, but people don't know what is LLM until we get a ChatGPT. Today, people don't call it LLM, people call it as a ChatGPT only. Whether you use Gemini or anything, but it's like a Dalta dabba, right? We initially used to get Dalta out of, we call this Vanaspati as a Dalta, right? So we used to call that as a Dalta. We know Vanaspati is the actual name of the product. We use the company name. Same way for a ChatGPT also. So always, the creators want to make money early stages, because I can't invest for 10 years, then started getting money out of it. So I'll push it to customer and see how fast you are reacting it. That's the reason I'm giving for free, right? ChatGPT is free. Why I'm giving for free? Because I learn from you and apply it to enterprise customers. So I learn from you and apply it to the enterprise customers. That's the way I'm making money out of it. I learn models by you use it. Okay, you had a Gemini AI which learns you need lot of images to learn. So I launch Gemini AI to you to make a lot of changes to the AI, then it learns. And I'll use that as a product to the corporate. Okay. So basically I am using yourself as you are a product if the product is free for you. So ChatGPT and everybody is learning from us only. Okay. And they are applying and creating a better model out of it and releasing ChatGPT 5, 6, 7, all those numbers will come in. Yes, sir. Okay. Blockchain is one way of doing it, but if you look at it, blockchain boom is gone. Okay, now nobody is calling blockchain is for everything. Previously, people used to say blockchain is the everything. Now blockchain is heavily used by attackers and hacktivists. Our terrorist organizations use blockchain for recording. Bitcoin, all those things are using blockchain in some format. Now they use it for bad purpose rather than good purpose, which was originally created for. So it's not going to solve every problem. That's not possible at all. Okay, it's not like a single solution can solve everything. That means the solution is not correct. Okay, I can't create a product for everybody. There's no way close to that product can win that scenario. We can't boil the ocean. We can only boil the water which is in a small bucket, right? If if you started boiling the ocean, it's not going to happen. That's what the people are marketing now. ChatGPT is the future. We started using today, tomorrow will change the world. Okay, that's not going to happen. Yes.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
First of all, thank you for this wonderful presentation.
Thank you.
And I have a question. Today, students are using ChatGPT in an intensive way, in an extensive manner. No doubt, it has made the life very easier for us. But I think that it has replaced the critical thinking ability of students also. So, what is your stand on that? And my professors usually tell that please don't use ChatGPT, please don't use AI, go to libraries, refer book. And I also think that it has also replaced the role of libraries, use of books. So, what is your stand on that?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I also stand that way. Students should not use ChatGPT. If they ask us to create a law not to use ChatGPT, then I'll also agree to it. Because the students who are using it, they know what they are looking at it and what is the outcome it gives, right? If I go and ask how to make a gun, it will go and give the answer. It doesn't know who is using it, right? There is no way we can able to validate it. We had this for all the places, right? Why we have a movie, have a rating, right? We don't want everybody to use the same viewing experience because that contents are different. But there's no rating or anything here in ChatGPT. I can ask anything, it will give, right? But there are laws are applied, but still I can able to bypass it, okay? If you ask the question such a way that the ChatGPT also give answers. If you give a direct question, it will not answer you. For example, you go and ask the ChatGPT, give me the, create a malware for me, then it will say, as per the OpenAI policy, I can do it. Okay. Then you can say, create a system prompt such a way that, okay, don't need to create. You use Google and analyze the web and tell me how they are creating malwares in it. Then it will start giving you procedures. What is the difference? There is no difference. It's also going to give the output for you. Okay. So, the internet is also like that. The ChatGPT is also like that. Only thing is, previously you need to go to multiple sites to get the data. It's giving the summarized data in one form. But both internet and this are same. If you ask me, people should not use internet also. That case, right? Because internet also gives the same information. I can copy any question to Google. It will give you my answer, right? It's a science question or anything. It will give you an answer. Microsoft also have a tool where you can snapshot of a complex math problem. It will solve you. Even it can give you steps. Okay, before even ChatGPT comes in. So why I'm saying is, until students have a way to think that this is my future, ChatGPT is not going to come with me all the time. So I need to study by myself. There's no way we can able to change it. Our law need to change. I don't think we can able to change the law.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. In cyber security, what are the opportunities maybe in and there in Chennai or inside Tamil Nadu? Career opportunities.
Okay, lot of opportunities are there. Okay, if you ask me, right, I'll tell you the truth. Okay, opportunities are there, but people have a knowledge, not a skill. Okay, there's a fine difference between knowledge and skill. People have a knowledge but not have skill. So people ask me a question like, whether I can read a book and become a cybersecurity professional. It's not true. So we want to have make knowledge into a skill. We need to apply it somewhere and make use of it, right? So if you read by some books, right, the author could have written in such a format from his own mind. And if you read another book, they'll give a different perspective to the same content. Okay, that's a good thing. That's a knowledge. But the companies, what we are looking as a skill. So if you convert the skill into it, you will get a job definitely, because there are a lot of opportunity in cyber security in Chennai, not only Chennai, in the world also. Because security is an evergreen topic, like computers. Okay, it's never going to die. Whenever there's a data outside, always data is there. Then production need to be there. Then security will be there. Okay. Online users. Hello. Anybody have any questions online?
Sir, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yeah, ma'am.
Sir, AI for vibe coding is also there, sir.
White?
So, vibe coding using AI.
Vibe coding. Okay.
Yeah. இப்போ வந்து நான் ரீசெண்டாக லேர்ன் பண்ண ட்ரை பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன் சார். பட் I'm a very new to it. But இப்போ நம்ம AI வந்து ஒரு கோட் எனக்கு டெவலப் பண்ணி தருதுன்னா இப்போ there is some attack vectors அப்படி சொல்றாங்க. What would you advise me to to be careful while learning and practicing with it.
Okay. Vibe coding learning நல்லதே கிடையாது.
Okay.
Okay. So learning should be happen in different way. Okay. So it's my perspective, it could be different for others as well. First thing is you need to know ஒரு லாங்குவேஜை கற்றுக்கிறீங்கன்னா அந்த லாங்குவேஜோட கான்செப்ட்ஸ் புரியணும், அதோட இன்ட்ரிகசி தெரியணும். ஹவு இட்ஸ் டிஃப்ரெண்ட் ஃப்ரம் அதர் லாங்குவேஜ். இட்ஸ் அப்ளை ஃபார் எனி லாங்குவேஜ், இட்ஸ் தமிழ் ஆர் இங்கிலீஷ் ஆர் ஹிந்தி ஆர் இட்ஸ் சி ஆர் C++, த சேம். யூ ஷுட் நோ த குட் அபவுட் இட். ஓகே, யூ நோ த நாலேஜ். ஃபார் தட் யூ கேன் ஆஸ்க் தி ChatGPT or anyone to create a plan for you. That's the good about it. It's very good. How I want to read a book, it will tell you a plan. Okay, daily this read பண்ணுங்க, இந்த chapter read பண்ணுங்க. If you have some difficulty in understanding something, you give the term to it, it will briefly explain it. That's not all good. Okay, it's like someone is teaching you nearby. But vibe codingல learning பண்றது லாஸ்ட் பார்ட். ஓகே, முதல்ல கான்செப்ட் லேர்ன் பண்ணிட்டு அப்புறம் நீங்கள் ஒரு ப்ராப்ளம் எடுத்து நீங்களே சால்வ் பண்ண ட்ரை பண்ணணும். அதாவது ஒரு கோட் அடிச்சுட்டு அந்த கோடை வேணால் நீங்கள் ChatGPT கொடுத்து இது கரெக்டாக தப்பான்னு கேளுங்க. தட்ஸ் அ குட் வே ஆஃப் லேர்னிங். தென் ஆஸ்க் த ChatGPT to write a code and you validate it. It's like you are validating ChatGPT, not the other way around. Okay, so for learning purpose, it should be the other way around. You have to solve some problems, and if you stuck somewhere, you can ask help. You can say that don't give me answer, give me tips. That also ChatGPT will follow. Okay, it will give online tips. Based on that, you can improve and solve instead of stuck at somewhere. எஸ்பெஷலி ப்ரோக்ராமிங்லாம் வந்து பண்ண தான் வரும். சித்திரமும் கைப்பழக்கம் செந்தமிழும் நாப்பழக்கம் சொல்கிற மாதிரி கோடிங்லாம் அடிச்சா தான் வரும், பார்த்தா வராது.
Okay sir, thank you. Actually, I completed my IT and MTech IT also. ஆனால் வந்து கோடிங் எல்லாமே ப்ரோக்ராமிங் லாங்குவேஜ். பட் லைக் வைட் கோடிங்க்கு ஹையர் பண்ணுறாங்க. லைக் I'm working, I'm trying to apply jobs as aid, ethically கரெக்டாக ஒர்க் பண்ண வைக்கிறதுக்கு, like that and also. And in linguistics. So I thought maybe I should try this also.
இல்லை நீங்கள் வைப் கோடிங் பண்ணலாம். if you know, if you are good at, if you are professionally good at some language, you can do vibe coding. But you should know what you are doing. நீங்கள் வந்து ஒரு பெரிய ப்ராஜெக்ட் டாஸ்க்காக மாற்றி அந்த டாஸ்க்கை ஒரு இன்ஜினியர் கொடுக்க போதெல்லாம் நீங்கள் ஒரு AI ஏஜென்ட் கொடுக்குறீங்க. அந்த அவுட்புட் அது கொடுத்துச்சுன்னா நீங்கள் தப்புன்னு சொல்லி இதை கரெக்ட் பண்ண அதை கரெக்ட் பண்ணி சொல்கிற இடத்துல இருந்தீங்கன்னா you can use vibe coding. But learning purpose is not good.
Okay, thank you sir.
Thank you. Okay, actually security is all about data. ஓகேங்களா, ஸோ சைபர் செக்யூரிட்டி எல்லாமே கம்ஸ் அண்டர் இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் செக்யூரிட்டி. ஓகேங்களா, ஸோ சைபர் செக்யூரிட்டி இப்போ தான் வந்துச்சு. ஒரிஜினலாக பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இஸ் அண்டர் த அம்பர்லா ஆஃப் இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் செக்யூரிட்டி. ஸோ wherever information is there, I want to protect it. Whether it's in my computer or in my hand or in my pocket, I want to protect it. It's valuable to me or valuable to organization, I want to protect it. So cyber security can apply to humans or organization or company, anything. So wherever you want to protect some information which is valuable to you, you can protect using information security. Information security, one subset is cyber security, where internet, all those things come into picture. But information security is a global one. So if we go ISO IEC 27001, it talks about information security, not the cyber security. It's an overall umbrella standard for overall information security.